So as we sit here today, ladies and gentlemen, we have our eyes awaiting the coming matchup. Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Oh man, I can't wait for that matchup. There's so much more that needs to be said in this matchup. You got two teams battling for the number one seed. They're clashing for what's at stake. All Baltimore needs is one win with a 12-3 record to not only get their division, but the number one seed and the first round bye in the AFC. What Miami needs, on the other hand, is 2 wins to get the number one seed. The only way that they can win their division early is that if Buffalo loses to the New England Patriots. But we ain't focusing on that matchup entirely, because we're here to talk about the keys to victory in this Ravens-Dolphins matchup in Baltimore. We're going to get into that in a second, because there's a lot at stake, and there's so much more that needs to be said between these two teams. Both teams have faced so much adversity throughout the course of 15 weeks. Matter of fact, 16 weeks total, including their bye, because a lot of players are banged up, but plenty of them have played hard, played tough, played physical throughout the span of 3 quarters of a season. And can't say how much I'm impressed with both teams, but as for the Ravens, they have a chance. The opportunity is there. The door is wide open for them to get the 1 seed. And what they need to do on Sunday are the following things. Number 1, you must stay disciplined. You must play physical. You gotta out-physical Miami. Outplay them and stay clean on all cylinders. You got to hit your guys downfield offensively. Let Lamar Jackson do Lamar Jackson things. Okay? And most importantly, just stick to your plan in throwing the football. Because the Miami Dolphins, who knows? They're going to stop the run like they did last year. Their main focus and emphasis is stopping Lamar Jackson in this run game. But their secondary can get soft at times. And that's their weak point right here. You got to exploit. Lamar Jackson, if he can hit Odell Beckham Jr., Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, and Nelson Aguilar like he did against the Niners last week, that will be truly something right there. And the run game, don't use it too much, because Miami's got to entirely stop this run game through 4 quarters. So offensively, throw the football. Stay disciplined. Stay clean. Do not take too many offensive penalties in order for you to put up enough points on the board to seal the victory. As for Lamar Jackson in general, you need a 300-yard passing performance. Give us a masterclass performance. That is what you need if you're going to be able to pull this off. You're the 3.5-point favorite. I know you like playing the underdog, and I know you're trying to focus on the game and not on the outside talk on getting the 1 seed. Just stay focused and do what you gotta do. Do your job. You ain't trying to do anything special at all. You ain't trying to show off for MVP level yet. Or at least you're trying to win the MVP. But you're not here to do that. You're here to win a football game. And that's what you're on the field to do. You gotta go out there, be who you are, stay disciplined, and most of all, do not abandon who you are, because what you did last year, you made history, but you got sloppy at the end. So do not abandon who you are and execute all your plays in order for you to win that game. Number 2, defensively, get pressure on Tua. There's no reason why you should not get pressure on him. If you don't do that, him and Tyreek Hill are going to cook your heads in the secondary. Now, I know every single Ravens secondary player on that defense they know how they felt when they blew that 21-point lead. I was frustrated watching that game week 2 in Baltimore when we blew that 21-point lead. Defensively, they were soft on all the coverages that they were playing. It was just awful. And they were not getting any pressure on Tua at all. Whew. So in terms of the defense, you must generate pressure on Tua, and you have to force turnovers like last week. You had 5 turnovers. All of them were interceptions. So you must come up with turnovers to swing the momentum in your favor. Period. And if you can do that, you can give the offense more opportunities to score down the field and put this game out of reach. So, you just gotta stay locked in defensively. Most importantly, stay focused on the ball. Keep your eyes on the ball. Watch them like a hawk. Third thing, coaching. John Harbaugh, like he did last week, you gotta make the right decisions for us to win the games. Make football decisions that are just right for us to win the game. I know you like doing things your way, but sometimes it ain't gonna work. Sometimes you just gotta slip away from the Ravens' way and make decisions that are best in winning football games, because every single game counts, and here we are approaching the end of the season, approaching a new year with everything at stake. So, you just gotta make decisions like you did last week for us to win football games. And you did that. Hopefully you can continue sustaining that positivity and the momentum swinging into your favor heading into Sunday's game against the Dolphins. But if you get outcoached by Mike McDaniel like you did last year, so be it. What can you do about it? This is literally nothing you can do about it if you get outcoached by him, but it's going to be what it is at the end of the day. No matter what the result is, you leave everything out there on the field. If we go out there and blow another lead like we did last year, it's on you. And it will not be a surprise to see that again, because all 3 of our losses this year were blown leads. And we can't let that happen. Seriously, you cannot let that happen. But I know I have confidence that you got this in the bag. You can motivate every single player in that locker room to do their job. And then let them do the work. Especially for the coordinators that are calling the plays, it's up to them to make the adjustments and make the play calls that are necessary enough to win the game. That is what the Ravens have to do to beat the Miami Dolphins on Sunday afternoon. Number 1, offensively, throw the football. That's Miami's weak point. Their secondary's banged up, minus Jalen Ramsey because he ain't hurt since starting week 6. Do not run the football too much because Miami's run defense, they're going to do whatever they can to stop the run. Number 2, lock in defensively. Generate pressure on Tua. Force turnovers. And stay focused on trying to pick Tua off. Force turnovers. Come up with interceptions like you did last year. Number 3, discipline. Coaching decisions. You gotta make the right decisions to win the games. As for you, Lamar Jackson, you're my guy. You got this. I know I have faith in you. I have trust in you to win this game. So, those are my keys to victory. And there's more that needs to be said. I'll make another video tomorrow regarding to the Ravens-Dolphins game. And with that being said, that's all I gotta say. Let's get it.